Welcome back to PyPro versus YouTube channel where curiosity meets the core. Today the topic of discussion will be Python language versus R language. So let's get started. We have content, so we are going to introduce both the languages. So Python, we are going to discuss about Python, then we are going to discuss about R language. We're going to give you examples, then we are going to key similarities, discuss key differences, choosing the right language for your projects, and we are exploring Python and R libraries. We have code examples, future directions and trends, embracing the evolving data landscapes, and then we have the conclusion. So, firstly, have you ever wondered how Netflix recommends movies you will love or how weather alerts prepare yourself for storms? These are just few examples of data science in action, helping us to unlock hidden patterns and make informed decisions based on information. Today, we'll explore two powerful tools used in data science, such as Python and R. While both can analyze data and build models, they offer distinct approaches and strengths. Whether you are a data analysis rocky or a seasonal pro, this presentation will dive into the key differences between Python and R, helping you choose the perfect language for your data-driven adventures. So Python, versatility for diverse data landscapes. So some of them includes Pandas, the Swiss Army knife of data wrangling, which reads and writes various formats such as CSV, Excel, JSON, SQL, database, etc. And it handles missing values, data type conversions, and complex data cleaning tasks. And then it merges and joins data sets from different sources with ease. Then beyond Pandas, we have SQL. Alchemy, which is seamless integration with relation database, and then we have PySpark, which handles massive datasets with distributed processing for big data ETL. Next, we have R language, the tidyverse approach to data harmony. We have tidy data philosophy, prompts consistent structure for efficient manipulation. The key packages include DPLYR, which is streamlines filtering, selecting, grouping, and transforming data with conscious syntax. And then we have DYR, which pivots and reshapes data into tidy format for analysis. And then we have READR, which is efficiently reads various file formats. And then we have string R, which handles text data manipulation for cleaning and feature engineering. Next, you can go through the example here using Python. We have cleaning and merging the data in Python. So firstly, we have loaded the data sets into DIF1 and DIF2. You can see both are a different format. First one is CSV file and second one is Excel. This is how you load it. And then we have to clean the and transfer data, which is handling missing data values, combined columns. We have df1.drop now subset column 1. So we are dropping the null values, and for column 2 we have new column is equal to the previous column plus column 3. So here we have combining two columns. Then we merge the data sets, which is merge df1.merge with the df2, and then we have load into database. So we then merge the data and print it. Next, here you can see the cleaning and merging the data using R, which is tidyverse. We have library tidyverse. We have reading the data. Again, it's the same procedure with different coding. You can pause and take a look and see the differences, what kind of code we have used. This is a very simple code, so go through it. Next, what are the key similarities between these two languages? Both are open source languages with large communities and support. Both offers extensive libraries and packages for data analysis, visualization and modeling, and both are considered powerful tools for scientific computing and statistical analysis. Next, we have the key differences. Firstly, we have syntax. Python is general purpose, easier to learn for beginners, cleaner and concise syntax, whereas R is statistical oriented, steeper learning curve but powerful for formula based operation. And then we have data handling. For data handling, Python more versatile for importing and manipulating diverse data formats, and R is like Excel like approach native integration with statistical objects. Then we have visualization, Python, more libraries for advanced and customizable visualization, and R for excellent built-in graphics and statistical plots, simpler integration with reports. Next, we have machine learning. So, wider for Python, it's a wider range of libraries and easier deployment, and popular for deep learning. For R, it is a strong focus on statistical modeling and traditional algorithm, robust for linear and mixed effects models. And then we have the performance. Python generally faster for larger data sets and numerical operation, and R can be slower for specific tasks but optimized for statistical calculations. Next, we have integration with other tools. So Python is more versatile for web development, which since it has Django and Flask, production development, and integration with general purpose software and systems. R, it is a strong integration with statistical software, example SAS, SPSS, specialized for statistical analysis and visualization. And learning curve, obviously Python offers considered easier to learn for those new programming due to general purpose nature and readable syntax, but R is a steeper learning curve for those without statistical or programming backward but can be redrawing for those focused on statistical analysis. Then we have how do we know to choose the right language? So firstly, you have to consider your project requirements, specific tasks, data types, desired outputs, and team expertise, your prior experience. Choose the language you are more comfortable with or easier to learn for the project. Community and resources, check available community tutorials and support for each language. Next, we have exploring Python and R libraries. So let's delve into the bounty and see how each language equips you for various data science tasks. Firstly, we have data wrangling and manipulation. For Python, we have pandas, numpy, scikit, and for R, we have dplyr, tidyr, and readr. For statistical analysis and modeling, Python has scikit-learn, stats models, and PyMC3. But for R, we have stats-caret and glmnet. Next, for visualizing and storytelling, Python has matplotlib, seaborn, and plotly, whereas R has ggplot2, lattice, and plotly. For machine learning and deep learning, Python has TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Keras, whereas R has Caret, Keras, and RTouch. Next, we have some of the code examples. Firstly, reading the data. For Python, how do we read the data? And for R, how do we read the data? So you can just pause it here and compare both the coding languages and how they are done. Next, we have handling missing values. So for Python, we have df drop na, whereas we have for R, we have na.omit df. So again, pause it and see the difference between both the languages and how coding is done. Next, we have data manipulation. So using pandas, we have Python. So you can see we have added column 1 and column 2 for both the examples. For Python, we just use the plus symbol and group by. And then for our language, we have mutate and then group by. So again, pause it and have a look. Next, for the visualization for matplotlib, you can have firstly we have to import matplotlib .pyplot as plt. Then we have histogram of column 1 and scatterplot of column 1 and column 2. So same goes with our language, importing ggplot2. Then we are giving the axes column 1. This will create, the first sentence will create a histogram and second one will give a scatter plot of column 1 and column 2. Next, we have machine learning. So we are using scikit-learn. We are linear regression is the model that we are opting for. Then we have model. So again, pause it and go through. Firstly, we have excluding the model languages. So we have model is equal to linear regression, and then model dot fit x train y train, and we have predictions model dot predicts x text. Whereas in R we have imported caret, and we have model training the y data, and next predictions predict model new data is equal to test new data. So, what are the future direction and trends embracing the evolving data landscapes? Firstly, we have natural language processing, which is NLP. Python libraries like Spacy and Hugging Face are revolutionizing NLP tasks, offering pre-trained languages, models, and efficient text processing compatibility. Whereas for R, we have packages like TD Text and Quanteda facilities text analysis and sentiment analysis integrating seamlessly with Tidyverse ecosystem. Nextly, we have deep learning. For Python, its TensorFlow and PyTorch remain dominant, but emerging frameworks like JAX and JAX2C offer a functional programming approach for optimized DL development. And for R, we have integration with TensorFlow and Keras empowers our users to leverage powerful DL models with packages like MXNet offer native R-based DL capabilities. Next, we have reinforcement learning. For Python, GEM and stable baseline libraries provide environment and algorithms for RL experimentation, while frameworks like Ray and DeepMind provide distributed training capabilities. And for R, it's reinforcement learning for neuro imagining, which is RL4NI and RLLIB packages, bringing RL tools to R, allowing researchers to explore RL applications on their demo. Next, we have beyond these specific areas, both Python and R are embracing the trends such as focus and explainable AI tools for understanding and interpreting models. Decisions are becoming increasingly important with frameworks like SHAP and LIME gaining the transaction in both languages. And then we have cloud integration. Both languages are integrated seamlessly with cloud platforms like Google Cloud Platform, which is GCP, Amazon Web Services, which is AWS, and Microsoft Azure, enabling scalable data processing and model deployment. Then we have automation in ML loops, tools for automating machine learning workflows, and continuous integration or continuous deployment, which is CI or CD, are emerging for both languages, streamlining the development and deployment process. Ultimately, the future of Python and R in these emerging areas depends on their ability to remain accessible and flexible, lowering the barrier to enter new users and adapting to diverse and data analysis needs will be crucial. Then we have foster collaboration and community support, which is active development communities and shared resources will be key to accelerating innovation and addressing challenges. Then we have prioritize interpretability and ethical consideration as algorithms become more complex, ensuring transparency and responsible application with the paramount. Next, what will be the conclusion? Both Python and R are valuable tools for data science, each with its unique strengths and weaknesses. The best choice depends on your specific needs and project requirements. Then we have to encourage learning both the languages for greater flexibility and expertise in data analysis. So that's it for today. If you have learned something from this video, please do like, share, and comment down below if there is any query. So we'll get back to you. Thank you.